Welcome to our channel. Today, we're going to summarize The Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. The Adventures of Tom Sawyer follows the mischievous and imaginative boy named Tom Sawyer in the fictional town of St. Petersburg. Tom's escapades, including witnessing a murder, dealing with guilt, and facing dangerous situations, shape his character and test his morality. With themes of friendship, bravery, and the power of imagination, the novel offers a timeless tale of childhood adventure. Chapter 1. The story begins in the fictional town of St. Petersburg, Missouri, where Tom Sawyer, a mischievous and imaginative boy, lives with his Aunt Polly, his half-brother Sid, and his cousin Mary. In this chapter, Tom is introduced as a troublemaker who often skips school and prefers to spend his time playing games and engaging in imaginative adventures with his friends. He manages to evade punishment for his mischief through clever deception. Chapter 2. In this chapter, Tom attends Sunday school and finds himself attracted to a new girl in town named Becky Thatcher. He tries to impress her with his knowledge and attention but inadvertently ends up in trouble when he trades his own cherished possessions for tickets to win her favor. The chapter showcases Tom's infatuation with Becky and his desire to win her admiration. Chapter 3. Tom, along with his friend Joe Harper and their friend Huckleberry Finn, ventures into the nearby Jackson's Island as part of a pretend pirate adventure. The boys enjoy their freedom and independence on the island, living off stolen provisions and imagining themselves as daring buccaneers. However, their adventure takes a dark turn when they hear news of their own supposed deaths, leading to great concern among their families and the townspeople. Chapter 4. Tom and his companions return to St. Petersburg after being presumed dead. Their arrival is met with relief and joy, and the boys are hailed as heroes. Tom, especially, revels in the attention and takes advantage of the situation by staging his own funeral, only to dramatically reveal himself during the service. The chapter explores Tom's love for theatrics and his desire to be the center of attention. Chapter 5. Tom's Aunt Polly discovers his deceptive antics and punishes him by assigning him the tedious task of whitewashing the fence. Tom cleverly turns the punishment into an opportunity by convincing his friends that whitewashing the fence is a thrilling and privileged task. He manages to manipulate his friends into taking over the work for him while he reaps the rewards. This chapter showcases Tom's knack for manipulation and his ability to turn chores into entertainment. Chapter 6. Tom attends school and finds himself bored by the lessons. He resorts to his imaginative tactics to escape the monotony of the classroom. During a spelling contest, Tom ingeniously convinces his classmates to trade him small treasures in exchange for his help with spelling. This chapter demonstrates Tom's resourcefulness and his ability to create excitement even in mundane situations. Chapter 7. Tom is assigned to memorize Bible verses as part of his punishment, but he struggles to focus on the task at hand. Instead, he daydreams and allows his mind to wander. Tom's vivid imagination takes him on a series of fantastical adventures, where he envisions himself as a heroic knight, fighting against villains and rescuing damsels in distress. The chapter highlights Tom's escapism and his preference for living in his own imaginative world. Chapter 8. In this chapter, Tom and Huck Finn venture into the local graveyard at night, seeking to cure warts using a superstitious method. However, they witness a murder committed by Injun Joe, a notorious local criminal, and are forced to hide in terror. Tom and Huck make a pact never to reveal what they saw, fearing retribution from Injun Joe. The chapter introduces the darker and more suspenseful elements of the story. Chapter 9. Tom struggles with the burden of his secret knowledge about the murder. He becomes haunted by fear and guilt, and his sleep is disturbed by nightmares. Meanwhile, the town is in an uproar as the blame for the murder falls on Muff Potter, a simple-minded drunkard who was framed by Injun Joe. Tom's conscience weighs heavily on him as Tom's guilt over his knowledge of the true murderer continues to torment him. He becomes increasingly withdrawn and distressed, unable to find solace in his usual escapades. His conscience weighs heavily on him, and he grapples with the decision of whether to come forward and reveal the truth. The chapter explores Tom's moral dilemma and the internal struggle he faces as he battles with his sense of right and wrong. Thanks for watching. To read the full version of the book, click on the link in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for similar content.